Hi there. This time, I'd like to talk about the special relationship between Tsar Vlad, the most successful Tsar in Russian history, and Don, the worst American president ever. But before I talk about the relationship between these two individuals, I'd like to outline what I see as the characteristics of a successful Russian Tsar and those of a good United States president. Now, a Tsar is the absolute ruler of an empire. I think a successful Tsar would have these three characteristics. He or she would command absolute, unquestioned authority. The Tsar would make the Russian people proud. And thirdly, a successful Tsar would make the Russian people feel safe. Now, being a Tsar, traditionally this feeling of safety is best achieved by maintaining a strong military and defeating the enemies of the empire. A good president is going to be a very different kind of leader. The job is to administer in a fair and just manner the laws that are passed by a democratically elected legislature. I mean, this is not an emperor. So, three things that I think we look for in a good president are to defend freedom and advance human rights. I think you'll agree that a characteristic of most of our greatest presidents is that when they left office, more Americans were able to exercise more human rights than when they were inaugurated. So that's number one. Number two, to bring the American people together. And third is to make the American people feel safe. But not as a Tsar would by military spending and by imperial wars, because the American people feel safest when there is a strong economy with opportunity for all, and when the world is a peaceful place in which democracies, ours and others, are safe and can thrive. See, these are two very, very different jobs. Now, Tsar Vlad is very well suited to his job. Don, not so much. Did you notice that out of the three characteristics of a successful Tsar and those of a good president, the one strong similarity is that both are expected to make their people feel safe? Huh? Well, what better way for Tsar Vlad to make his people feel safe than to embarrass their greatest enemy, which had defeated the Soviet Union in the Cold War by placing a Putin puppet in the presidency. And it gets better for him too, because since Don is unfamiliar with democracy, it was quite easy for Tsar Vlad to coach him into behaving like a Tsar, thus compromising American freedom and reducing human rights, dividing the American people, and weakening our economy and making the world less safe for democracy. Tsar Vlad, he's a very clever fella. He would make a terrible president of the United States, but I think he will go down in history as one of the greatest Russian czars. And Erdogan is, without question, the worst American president so far. No, and I hope there's never another one like him. Well, thank y'all for your attention. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you will join me again sometime. And if you're interested in some of my other ruminations about Erdogan or Czar Vlad or other enemies of our democracy, there's a whole lot more at www.daffwold.com.